Hello and welcome to the morning show, teeing off with RevSportz. Very good morning to all the viewers present and good morning, Bharat. Thank you for joining. And yes, the Cricket World Cup qualifiers are on. Zimbabwe yesterday. Zimbabwe are on a roll, top of the Group Six, Super Six. Yesterday defeated Oman, fantastic match. And in Ashes also, after day two, England trailed by 138 runs with 6 wickets in hand. Lots of actions yesterday. We'll go deep into the Ashes discussion, but overall thoughts on the day two. Who do you keep ahead in the match so far, or even Stevens at the moment? What do you think?
Oh, difficult to say. Maybe I would say Australia still have a 5% edge, but that's only going by the score. Nathan Lyon suffered an injury, so I don't know whether I can put Australia 8. But England's baseball is such that they might be 278 for 4, but they may try to hit out all those short balls tomorrow and get all out for 350. So that's why I'm giving Australia a very slight edge. But again, Nathan Lyon's injury is there. That is what would make it tougher for Australia to bowl in the fourth innings. The pitch has got quicker, definitely, and that is one of the reasons why Australian batsmen were able to get a little more lift on the short balls.
Mhm.
Obviously, they were also helped by England batters trying to go after all the short balls with score 188 601 and line
Mhm.
injured. If some other team was in England's place, then they might have tried to get to that period where they bowl all the short deliveries. But I understand that is how England's approach is, and they will try to continue to play that way.
Exactly, and uh, even when discussing India's match, we have been talking about the opening partnership for India. Yesterday's England's opening partnership did well with Zach Crawley 48, Duckett just missed the century by 2 runs, 98. Fantastic partnership. Overall thoughts on that one?
See, the kid is a good player. I've seen him play for Northamptonshire, Nottinghamshire on YouTube here and there, even before his test debut in Bangladesh 2016. Yes, he failed in against Ashwin, but now tell me how many lefties have failed against Ashwin in India? A lot of them. So not too sure that's a red mark. Yeah, I think he has a problem in short ball because he throws his hands at it. Though his game is based on David Warner's game, but David Warner is a typical Australian cricketer in the sense he goes backhand across to pull, but Duckett basically throws his hands at the short ball. Otherwise, game is based on how David Warner plays. It's good play square on the offside. I think is better than what many think he is. Cravely, I think also played well. Like someone who plays a lot of shots, but it doesn't always convert those starts into big scores. But still a good partnership. Still, England should have done better than what they did. Got out all those short balls. They could have easily been 278 for 2. But yeah, that is their approach, and they will continue to play that.
And yes, as you were telling, the opening partnership has been good. Crawley 48 for 48 and Duckett 98 for 134. But Ben Stokes currently batting is at 17 from 57. So do you think he's a bit taking it slow and not playing going the baseball way? What do you think?
Yeah, Ben Stokes had his absolute best as different gears.
Mm,
Even when he played that great knock at Leeds, he was on 2 of 70 balls, remember?
mm. Yeah.
And then he went bang bang. When he played that great knock at Lords in the 2019 World Cup, he was 20 or 50 balls or whatever. The World Cup final, 20 or 45 balls. Then he ended up with 86 of 100. So, and even the T20 World Cup final, 20 of 35, 40 balls, and then 20 of 30 balls, then went bang bang when he got the chance. So, there's different gears, but because of basketball, he's been basically playing one way. If he
Uh-huh.
wants to, he can play different lines. He's someone who should be averaging over 40 in Test cricket. I can't believe he's averaging 36 because he has the skills to average of 40. Uh,
Mm.
I don't know whether he would get to that level, but he has the skills to play at different gates.
Yeah, and big thoughts on the Australian bowling side. Everyone, the four wickets, four different bowlers got. Mitchell Stark won, Hazelwood, Nathan Lyon, and Cameron Green. So, not just one bowler delivering, but overall everyone delivered. And thoughts on the captaincy also.
Yeah, they have tall bowlers. The pitch has quickened up. So they use the short ball well. I think England fell into that trap a little bit too much. Especially Olipop's shot was that's too
Mhm.
much premeditation. As I said, Duckett throws his hands at every short ball. Root was a good short ball. I think that was a good short ball. Got big on him from start, but tall bowlers who hit the deck hard. So and the pitch, as I said, has quickened up yesterday. I think there was some moisture. Today it got quicker. Yesterday it got quicker because the moisture would have dried out, and that also helped them. They kept at it well because obviously with all the moisture drying out, the pitch had flattened out considerably, and they use the short ball tactic well. But that Lions injury is, I don't know how it would affect them because he's someone who pivots really well, uses his body really well when it comes to bowling.
Mhm.
So that kind of injury, let's see how much it will affect Australia, whether he will bowl in second innings. I'm not too sure. With his bowling action, it's going to be hard, I think, for him to bowl. But from Australia's perspective, hopefully he will bowl.
Okay. Yes, and we will discuss a bit about yesterday's Zimbabwe match also, Zimbabwe Oman. But before that, let's have the final thoughts on Ashes. How it's needless to say, Australia will suffer from that Nathan Lyon injury. He's a fantastic addition to the team. But what do you see? Uh, what are your expectations from the third day of the match? The match is in a bit of tricky situation, an interesting one. Nathan Lyon, not sure whether he'll play or not. So, where do you see this going?
See, it comes down to what Harry Brook does. Someone who
Mm,
can take on the short ball. I think England's best puller in that team, though Joe Root goes back and across, plays the pull shot well. I think
mm,
Harry Brook is England's best bet against short balls. Though obviously he's a backward player and they will try to ball Fuller as well. But I think it depends on him. If he gets 70, 80 or whatever, then if England get one small lead, then they definitely would feel their heat because again, Lions injury would come in the equation. But if Australia get Brook out very soon, then I think England are in some problem. Though Barristow is there, but if they get Brook out before 300, I think Australia would really feel confident.
yeah, and today's game will decide. After Stumps Day today, we'll probably have an idea of what's going to happen, the result of the match. But yes, it will be an interesting match. The last one was also an interesting one. So Ashes is always this provides this kind of neck to neck competition. So it's lovely to watch. And another one
Sure.
yesterday.
In Australia,
Huh?
in Australia, England have been failing. Yeah, they may do better next time, but in Australia, England have been failing for a long time. But yeah, in English conditions, perhaps we see a lot of interesting tests.
I from yesterday one clip that Ben Stokes last ball he hit the four to win and celebrated with the overhead fist and the crowd was also doing the same. So that clip was viral yesterday. It was fantastic to watch. And yeah, and talking about another one, the Zimbabwe Oman match in the qualifiers in the Super Six. Sean Williams, fantastic match he had. Zimbabwe 332 and Oman restricted Oman to 318, and Zimbabwe won by 14 runs. Fantastic game, and Zimbabwe, after so many years, are looking strong, and probably they will uh, be in the final round. What do you think of Zimbabwe?
Actually, in 2018 also they should have qualified for the 2019 World Cup. I think they
Yeah.
got two nervous against UAE. That was a match where they shouldn't have lost because they were a superior side, but they somehow found a way to lose by 3 runs. And the current captain obviously was the one who couldn't hit that full toss. Edwin. But yeah, Williams is a very experienced player. He reminds me of Andy Flower, his style of batting. But obviously, Andy Flower had got more opportunities to play Test cricket and all. He took it to the next level. But His game is based on how Andy Flower used to play. Someone who uses the pace of the ball, times the ball really well, plays a shot here, plays a shot there, a good player of spin, reverse sweep, sweep. Yes, fine player, but the main part of Zimbabwe's win was their bowling. Flat pitches. On those flat pitches, 332 is not a great score. It can be chased down. We have seen it happening in the qualifiers itself, West Indies against Netherlands and all those matches. So you have to give it to Zimbabwe's tall bowlers, Nagarwa, Uzarbani, and all these guys in Chatara taking a wicket or two. And also there is always Sikandar Azar to do something. It took that brilliant catch to dismiss, I guess, Prajapati, the guy who did that sword. So there's, there's one more interesting memory from that match. Prajapati, after scoring that 100, did that sword celebration of Ravi Jadeja, I think, that Rajput celebration or whatever. And once he got out, Dave Houghton did the same celebration, Zimbabwe coach, and showed the way to the pavilion to Prajapati. So there is a bit of banter there. But yeah, that is a brilliant 100 still from Prajapati. But I think I finally have to give it to Zimbabwe's bowlers. Though Williams played a brilliant knock on that pitch, 332 is not I would say mountain to climb. It's still like 250 on a pitch with a little bit of help for bowlers.
Exactly, but you have to give it to Oman also. They played really well. Zimbabwe, we have been,
Prajapati.
yeah, fantastic competition from them also. Today, I think Sri Lanka is playing, and it's sad to see West Indies way bottom in the table. And I don't do you see them making to the final round, West Indies? I don't think they will make
So
it.
we have to think like what Steve was 99 Australian team thought we have to win every single game. That's what they did. They were also on 0 points. I guess 99 World Cup. Went on to win 3-3. That great Herschel goal and hope for some other results to go their way in terms of net run rate and all. So to win all their matches, they basically have to win all the matches that is there in that Super Six because they're not getting
Exactly,
any points from here from the group. Yeah, this has been
exactly.
sad, but West Indies have been on a steady decline since 1997, I guess. The first time I thought they were in a decline was when they lost 3-0 to Pakistan in 97. Yeah, they won two T20 World Cups, but on an overall basis, if you look at their ODI cricket, they've been declining since 1997, I think. So 26 years they've been on a small gradual decline. And here we are. It's not like they have not produced talented players in those 26 years, but somewhere it seems like you have to blame the individuals or you have to blame the board. I don't know. Maybe both. That somehow they can't. Those the talented players can't take it forward to the next level, and then just falter away. Obviously, T20 leagues and all also not helping West Indies cricket. Because remember, like it or not, West Indies is not a country. It's
Yeah,
it's uh, it's an amalgamation of islands. So it's you don't necessarily need to play for West Indies. You can go and play for T20 leagues. The administration also is, I think, a reason because their administration has been bad over a period of time. I think it's a combination of reasons, but also blame the individuals for not working hard and taking that game to the next level.
exactly. And if you see at the bigger picture, uh, Clive Lloyd in our show, the big Backstage with Bodia show, and Clive Lloyd, he also mentioned the same point that this they are having financial problems in the islands. The players have families to support, so they are getting the money in these T20 leagues. So they are opting for that rather than playing for the West Indies. I wouldn't say nation, but yes, West Indies, the amalgamation that we were talking about. And the board has also many problems because when they came to India for the World Cup, the board did not give them any kits, so they got their kits manufactured here in Kolkata. So that shows the uh, the financial crisis that the board is having. So you can't really blame fully the players also, but yeah, it's a collective failure, I would say. But it's sad to see this such state of such a great team. But yeah, uh, thank you for joining, Bharat. It was lovely talking to you, and for the viewers also. The SAF semi-final is coming tomorrow. India plays Lebanon and Kuwait plays Bangladesh. So lots of action coming up. So keep watching. And thank you, Bharat, for joining. We'll be back again on Monday. So thank you.